Hello everyone, and thank you to be here. Today I'm happy to show you my end-of-year project. His name is Showcaser. It's a landing page builder. For the team members, it's only composed by myself, so I'm Noah Vernet. My role is a full-stack developer of the project. For the project description, Showcaser, it's an interactive no-code platform that allows users to create landing page without any knowledge. It's based on the visual and the editor, and the platform enables every user to customize pre-designed templates to create landing page without any knowledge. And finally, it allows the user to deploy on Netlify. So let's go for a little lab demo. In first, we have the landing page of the project with every features, every a little guide for the project. This is a tariff page because I want to know how to implement Stripe in my application. So if I click on this button, that redirects me into a Stripe checkout page. And I have a testimonial section and other like a question sections. For the next part of the live demo, I have to click on this button for create a new template. I have to put a new name and the description. So when the template is created, here we have the live editors and the section editors here. We can display the landing page to any device like desktop to mobile. And in first, I want to show you how to create a section with the editor. I want to create an header, so I click on the header. So that display me the section and the section editor. I can choose a title. So for the demonstration, I just type title and a little logo. I can save it, and there is the header we just want to create on the landing page. So for this demo, I create an entire page before. I just need to log in with my Google account. And that's retrieved on my own account. Up. There it is, all my section, all my template, and I can deploy it on Netlify for free. That retrieve me the URL of Netlify, and this is actually on the Netlify server. That's exactly the same as my editor. Okay, and that's it for the live demo. For the architectures, the user can interact with the user interface, and he can interact with my authentication system, that interact with my editor templates, that interact with my all my API, much API call to my DualDB, like Postgre for retrieve the users and Mongo for retrieve the template I want to create. And that's it for the architectures. This is the code snippet. That's a little one, but it's an important one. It's for limit the rates demand of each route of my website. I fixed this limit to 100 and the time limit to 60 seconds. So it's accessible to every user to have a good experience, but it can prevent some bot or spamming. For my technology I used framework into my front end with React, TypeScript, Tailwind, CSS for the styling, and Transient for got a faster development, and Next.js with Node for the back-end development. Like I said before, I use a DualDB process for all my my application. I use only Postgre for my user, for store the session and the user, and MongoDB for store all my JSON file to store the template of the users and link. They are linked by an ID, a unique ID. For all my tools, I use Git and GitHub for the versioning, ESLint as a linter, Prisma for my mockups, and Prettier as a formatter. For the third service used, I use Stripe and Nexthot, but I only use the integration like Google and GitHub for the security. So for my successes, it's in the first case the deployment on Vercel, because it's a little bit difficult, the template management and my API architectures. For my challenges, it's to keep clean the code base and the performance, the global performance of the application. And the most difficult challenges is the code conversion to a TypeScript file, to a classic one like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, to zip it and send it to the Netlify deployment API. So what could I improve? I can improve my documentation because I don't have a lot of documentation of my files, and reinforcing some data validation to my routes, and add some pagination to the template retrieve on the user account. And what did I learn? I learned a lot about the Nexthot authentication system and the Netlify deployment API, and also the dual database architectures. So for my next step of this project is to add more section, more style on the east sections, and the language internationalization, because I only use French at this moment, but in the future I want to add some English and Spanish language, and optimizing the global performance of the app. For the timeline, I have 5 weeks. So in the first week, I do some research. I set up the environment on Docker. I set up my Trello. And in the second week, I start directly by the backend development. And after, in the third week, I used to develop the front end. And in the fourth week, I do some implementation of the third service. And in the week 5, I do some bug fix and the final deployment on Vercel. So for the conclusion, this project helped me a lot to know more about the new technology of web, and I want to improve it in the future. So thank you, and if you have any question, I'm here.
From what I've seen, you have a quite complex architecture, since you have a Redis server, you need the Mongo, the Postgre,
Yes.
and well, I was wondering where is everything hosted, and how did you manage to keep that well configured, and also have monitoring? So how does it work on this side?
Okay. I have many hosting service for this application. I host all the front end and the backend part on the Vercel, because it's a Next.js application, so it's more performance on Vercel. And for my DB, I use the official website of MongoDB for host the DB free service of MongoDB. And the Neon services, it's free for Postgre hosting. And it's a partner to Vercel, so it's cool because he got some fast feature to implement. So no problem. Comme vous voulez.
Mine is a very simple question. I just want to know, do you have any, what was your inspiration in terms of the artistic design? Maybe in the first slide, I was thinking of, I don't know if you know Geniali.
No, I don't know.
Well, so it's a tool for creative designer.
Okay.
And it's very simple. It's very, I don't have the word épuré, but what was your inspiration on?
My inspiration is the minimalist
Yeah.
web styling in
Do
first.
you have any website in mind?
Website, I don't have one in my head, but with some Google research, I just tap minimalist design and I retrieve my some mockups and that's it.
Thank you for your presentation. I have a question. I'd like to know more about the story behind the project. How or why did you come up with this idea?
Okay. The idea of this application is to create landing page fast, tiny landing page, very fast, because at Alberton, sometimes we need to create some landing page, and that take a little time. But with this application, I only need 5 minutes to make a landing page, so that's a good tool for me, actually.
First, just congrats for your work because in 5 weeks you did a great job. So congrats for that. And my question is more on the template. You want to optimize maybe your website. Can you link your template together when you deploy it? If you want to do template more complex.
For now, I just retrieve the TSX code to the classics one like HTML, and it's put together like a sandwich.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's to répondre to your question, but answer your question. But it's like that now.
So could it be possible that your tool would be also useful for, because when we produce a platform, so of course there's the landing page because it's the face of the product or the site, but we also need to think of the maintenance page, the import page, something
Yes.
like that. So could it be possible with your tool, maybe in the future, to administrate those other pages?
Okay.
For website. So now it's only for the landing
Yes.
pages,
Yes.
which is great.
Yes.
It's not a bad commentary for me, but there is so much other pages that we sometimes miss when we develop our website, just like the 404 or the maintenance pages, etc.
Yes, I don't have this expression in my web app now.
But could it be maybe possible for you?
Oh,
I'm not saying that it's
yes.
missing from your
No, yes,
project.
it's possible because I think it's just to put some root file.
It
So
could be like a new, because you have different prices.
yes,
It could be like you go here and you have a full packages.
yes.
Your package of what you buy everything in once.
Okay. Thanks.
Put there.
I have another one.
Okay.
You talked about performance twice.
Yes.
So I'm more interested in the first one where you talked about the general UX performances. What did you notice was missing? How were you monitoring those issues?
Yes, I use the tool in the Google console, the Lighthouse, that tell me I have a good score. It's above 90%, but sometimes when I refresh, I think it's a little bit long, so I want to do it fast, the fast as possible, because if I want to have my templates in 5 minutes, I don't have a loss of time. I want to just gain some time. So that's why performance is important for me.
So there is another one
Okay.
about front websites like that. It's more about SEO, because I think it's important for your clients to
Yes.
be able to appear on search engines. So did you manage this aspect?
For now, no. I don't manage any SEO on the created templates because because of the time.
Yes, yes, of course.
Just want to know what did you prefer to do on this project?
Oh,
the front, the back.
I don't know, a little bit of everything because the API is interesting to build. The backends, it's very difficult, so it's very interesting. And the front, it's interesting too, but no, I think the backend is the most interesting part. Yes.
Go request our
Yes.
mistake.
Okay. No more question. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ah, 30 secondes pour moi. Ah, merci Hugo. Merci. Merci Hugo. No problème. Pas tout faire tomber.
Don't feed the jeu.
Il est passé au micro. Un micro. Ah, Hugo. Il est parti avec. We are pleased to present our portfolio project called SafeCook. What is it for SafeCook? SafeCook is the story of a mobile application that makes it easier to get recipes adapted from people who are suffering from allergized food or diet or not. For this project, we are two members. We use two technology, full stack and machine learning. My name is Eric Maresque. I'm a full stack developer.
Hello, thank you, Eric. My name is Cedric. I'm a machine learning developer, and I've been working on the backend on the machine learning task.
And I will show you a demo.
Yes. It's an interactive demo. And please, no demo effect today. So Eric is switching the app. It's a mobile app. He's ready.
Okay. It's ready. Well, first you subscribe to the application, and this is this inscription. And at the third position, you can declare food allergies. Okay. And now you go to the appli. This is the appli. This appli proposed for me like vegan allergies. Donc, this appli proposed me a vegan mix, for example. I can find the ingredients. I can find the instruction to make the recipes. Okay. He proposed me without oil. It's the same. There is some recipes, ingredients, and instructions. And now we can take a picture in your frigo if you have some food and aliments like this. Now if I take broccoli, the information go to a server and it detects broccoli and it proposes you a recipe. You can see recipes with a broccoli. You can test with apple. The result detection 2 apple and 1 broccoli, but sorry. He proposed broccoli also.
Yes, when we have 2 elements, he proposes a recipe with the both elements in first.
Now he recognizes 2 apples and he proposes a recipe from apples in the same ingredient and instruction. For the pleasure, I'll try orange. Why? Yes, 2 orange. Good. He detects orange and he proposes recipe. This is the mind of this application. I return. And now, continue. Cedric,
So Yes, the results weren't so bad. There is no misdetection during the demo, but sometimes there are some false positive and false negative. So the false negative is the banana which is not recognized. And the false positive is, for instance, an apple, potato seen as an apple. Some common misdetection, for instance, is a carrot for a knife, and so on. But it's working almost. So, let them to look at the backend architecture, because it's where the magic happen. The challenge of this application is to play with a cell phone, a mobile phone. So you can see that the mobile phone sent through the web to the host machine an image. Inside the host machine, we have a Dockerized server for the deployment. So the image goes through the YOLO model, which is detection object model. It detects the elements, and those elements are shaken into the MongoDB database in order to send some recipes. These recipes are sent in a JSON format and displayed inside the mobile phone. It's okay. Oh, sorry. Let's go through the technology used to build this project. So first of all, we used Visual Studio to code. Every code has been with this IDE. For the organization, it's a classic GitHub where which hold my project, our project, sorry. The Trello and Discord. For the machine learning, I use principally Python and some modules like TensorFlow and YOLO. And big thanks to Kaggle for the data available. It's very useful. For the front end, Eric used React Native for the deployment on the mobile phone, and use JavaScript and Expo, which can display, load the code and display it in the mobile phone. For the backend, we use Docker and MongoDB, and a popular graphical user interface called MongoDB Compass to go through the database and to see clearly what happens.
Well, I choose the snippets of code front-end. You can see in the left the architecture of our application. There is index, recite, and photo. I choose these snippets to show you how I import JSON files to the recite page. That's it. Well, the timeline for this project. We have 4 weeks to realize this project. The first week with consider analysis. We define objective with a Trello timeline. We choose the technology, the tools. We set up the development, the environment development. Week 2, we create a basic framework. We scraping data. We're scraping data from Marmiton. We're testing during the development. Week 3, refine or improve results. We're training the detection model. We're testing during development. And for the last week, we connect the data to the app, fix bugs, and ensure feature works as expected. Update to main branch. And Cedric called successes.
Yes. So first of all, we are proud to deliver to demo day a fully operational application, but there is many difficulties to solve before moving forward. So we could announce the graphical design of the application, and announce the model. Actually, there is no database of images annotated for the element. There is no database existing for our application. So we have got to build one, our own one, and maybe 200,000 images will be good to make it work.
Learnings and improvements. Learning for my part, learning React Native and Expo, and quick identify and resolve bugs. Use tools like traceback in multi-languages. We develop our communication skill and conflict resolution. And your part?
Yes, for the machine learning, so the use of MongoDB, which is easy to use on some welcome for ML developer like me, and also the Dockerized server, which was very interesting to develop. I used the book of the Docker edition Juno to understand and to make something which is working. It's only a small part of what could Docker do, but it's enough to put the hand in. And then we managed 3-branch GitHub, developer one, two developers and one main. And actually, we are deploying on the main the last works.
Next steps for this project, finalization for me, login and sign-in, optimize the backend and the API,
and enhance the dataset and train it again to multi-label correctly the pictures.
Okay. And to conclude, what's the development stuff? We need adaptability. We learn to adapt to new technology. You find solutions, faces with unexpected challenges. Continuous learning. This project motivates us to deepen my knowledge outside specific tasks. And
on the side of organization, using Trello for time management, build a strong collaboration, and done many stand-ups and little victories. And for the well-being, it boosts motivation, it gives you confidence, and it creates a positive momentum that can help the work to do.
Thank you for your attention.
And special thanks to Marmiton. All the receipts are from Marmiton.
About the data set, and how do you think you will be able to improve the detection model? And do you think that at some point it will be able that you just take a picture of your refrigerator and it can mostly detect what you have, basically?
Yes. So the data set, we tried 2 data sets, to be honest. The used dataset are for classification, and its classification is one element in a picture. Here, we need a dataset that hold many elements inside the one picture. because it's go lazy. Maybe if he found a carrot, he will look for a carrot and not only for the broccoli, for instance. So it's very delicate purpose. So I want to aggregate many little data sets. A little data set is 5,000 of images. So it's a huge work because you need to re-annotate the classes of detection, because an apple will have the number 2 in a data set and 7 in another. So you have to harmonize this. And the rest of the question.
I guess it answers it. It's about how far it can go.
Yes. Oh, 80%. Oh, it's no, it's a very high demand. Yes, but if it's 80%, the application is worth doing. Downer, if it's less, no use.
Yes.
How do friends or family tested your application?
Not now, but personally, I have a son who following a diet, so I test with a family proche. And I was inspired by Mr. Cook. It's an appli, a web appli, Mr. Cook, and Frigo Magique. See, you can find in the net. So that's all.
I do have maybe one or two questions. You said that when you took a photo, so sometimes it didn't see the apple, it didn't see the potato. Do you think it would be possible, like as a user, I took a photo of my potato, it says it's an apple, and I can say no, it's not, and I can myself do the correction.
Yes,
Help maybe.
the user can help the development of the application. When a photo is taken, she's sent to the server. So we have the photo. So if maybe somebody write in comment, please add this kind of tomato, it will be received by the developers to announce the application.
But what you are saying is that I would be able to send to through the note, what I can call the app or somewhere in the application I could put my commentary.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
Okay, but can I be able to directly correct what the
It's
application is saying?
it's pretty good idea. Yes, because maybe it will. The user is il est comment dire. Il est impliqué et il travaille pour l'application. So it could be good that the user could correct the photo he has taken. Yes, but no, we didn't think about.
It's okay. Not like in the web page, it's not a commentary that something is missing, but maybe because in the end, if I took a photo of an apple and it's saying potato, it will never show me recipes with apple.
Yes.
With potato, but that's okay. And I had the second maybe question of what can be done maybe to add more maybe more use to what you're selling, because you said, for example, you tried your application with your son because he had to follow a diet.
Yes.
And on my side, I do have people close to me that are diabetic, for example, it could be maybe very useful for them to just take a photo, and it could tell me the average percent of
L'indice,
could
ouais.
be in this element, for example. Not saying that it will be the truth because it's different of if you put a big apple or a small apple, but maybe the average of it, because it could be maybe public information or something that you can store somewhere.
Well, this way we will be evoked with a student who could tell me about indice of glycemia. Is it right? Yes. If you implement a functionality with indice of glycemia and between the food and the meat and aliments, it's possible. Yes. This is a features.
Yeah, I don't have the name. I can ask my friend
Okay.
if he can help you. But there are apps for that.
Okay.
Like as diabetes, you can put everything that you're eating right now. It will help you. You don't have to put everything that it's in this app.
Yes.
Of course,
Well,
like
we can.
to use as a medication or was, but at least for them it can be useful to know the average of lucid or everything that's
Yes.
they are
Well,
going to eat.
yes. With this,
For
yes.
maybe like a simple diet,
Yes.
you want to eat less sugar or less fiber,
Okay.
or
Yes.
it's cool to have it on the recipe. At the end, everything you're going to eat is approximately this percentage of fiber, lucid.
Yes, there is a market from nutrition and healthy, and so there is large model with.
Overall, everything was great. Thank you for your presentation.
Thanks.
It's not something that is missing.
Okay. Non, tout demander.
What the thing that is more difficult you have to done on this during the project?
The most difficult was to match data with the user interface. We find the code, but it's only with JSON files. I call JSON files, and I have a patch, recipes patch. So the difficulty was to match also the photo. So match the server and the interface user. It's not made one day.
You want to finish?
No, I'm finished.
It's more difficult for the image detection, the picture detection, or than the recipes?
Inside the recipes.
There is inside, okay.
Yes. Because we use a picture in the recipes, we have picture. There is different ways to match.
So yes, something challenging. So yes, it was to handle the transmission of the image from the mobile phone to the Docker. On a un peu nagé. Okay, I'll be honest. We are proud of our work, yes, but the detection model, my works didn't went anywhere. So we use only those elements. If it won't work for the moment with
Vegetables.
with tomato, for instance. So it's a bit challenging to extend this kind of the categories, and if there is many steps, and it's not the easy part.
sliced bread or cans in the pantry for peeled tomatoes?
It's for the moment vegetables and fruits, and it could be interesting to make féculents and protein. And a toast of bread, for instance, not sure. It's only non fresh elements, but not cooked one.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being today to attend to the presentation of my end-of-year project, Co-op to Me. As you can see in front of you, you can see some accreditation cards you used to use when you go to a professional trade show. When you go there, every time you meet some great people and you want to link them with LinkedIn profile, and you do it manually. You search them, you ask them their name, and sometimes because of the maybe security of the website, you can't find them because as a CEO, you see only the first letter of the name. It's normal. But with this app, Co-op to Me, I create this to solve this problem with a simple and effective solution. Imagine you are interested with a person who are there an inscription for your badge or accreditation card, and then when you scan it, the QR code, you have the information of the first name, the last name, the current job, the company, the link to LinkedIn, and the event. It will be very, very useful for after. My solution is built around 3 major pillars. The what? It uses a QR code, scanning, to have the information of LinkedIn profile. Automatic profile categorization. We put all the job and put them in a categorization of job to find them better. And synchronization with a calendar and event. For who? For every professional, of course, or student who are in trade show. But also for human resource professional who want to have a new team member the first day or 6 months later to find them. And for the trade show participants and for the trade show organization to be the place to be for a new connection by category. How does it work? By scanning the QR code, and you have all the information of the contact, categorization, and a tag with meet at Alberton School, meet at the Melee, meet at Axe for Skill, etc. Who I am, Katia Augustine from C21. I'm a professional retraining who, from my professional experience, know how to target efficiently a new contact. And now, let's go for the demo. As you can see, you go directly to my application. You will log it. So it's black because of my email. I can show that now. And then you go to the dashboard. You are in this side of my account. You can come to me just here with my QR code, and you have all the information. Then the parameter, the help zone. Then for the main dashboard, you have all the contacts. It's about all my contacts, all my LinkedIn contacts, about 400 contacts. I have ordered by alphabetic order. I can find them directly, so it's like LinkedIn for a moment. And then the interesting part is for the profile. The profile I have is I categorize with tech profile, creative profile, management. I make some 10 categories for a moment. I can make some more. For example, you have this one, and you go to the profile, and you can see the tag, meet at Aerospace Valley, French tag, something like that. It's my first connection with this person later, now or later. I go to LinkedIn. I use LinkedIn. I use the messaging on LinkedIn. It's the best way to connect with people. But when I will send a message to this person, I will first ask, hello, I meet you in this kind of event. It's a warm email. It's not a cold email for every person. It's a warm email. And it makes connection with people, and it's more efficient cooptation for later. And you go there, and you go. It will not show this screen just there, but you have a profile. Then you go back, You have all the events you want to have with APA for Eventbrite for a moment. Or you can add it if you are interested to your calendar. You can delete it too. And you can also, when you are on your calendar, add it, the event you want, if you are interested in an event, to assist a later. Personnel, important, the time, as at one calendar. Then the job, it can be an option when you are in a company. The job, if you are human resource recruiter, you can put the API of Welcome to the Jungle of Indeed, but also a lot of companies don't use Welcome to the Jungle or Indeed, and only import a CSV file with job. So for a moment, you just import the CSV file to be more efficient for every RH people. And then you go on the drive, for example. I have a list of jobs that I pass it, okay, and I have a list of a job, fictive job for a moment, okay? And you can propose it directly at the event if you have, yes, it's not the salary is not the, I see an internship at 50. And then a chat between a coped person. But the most important part is we have a scan tool, and in this way you can scan every. Yes. I don't know if it will work here because it's another screen forward. And then you can only have the information of people who accept your invitation for a moment. I will explain to you all the successes and the failure of this project for a moment. But you have a contact, and then you have information co-opted, meet at Alberton or meet at another event. And that's it for my demonstration. So, for the timeline, I spent the first and the second week about brainstorming and design the app and asking the API authorization to LinkedIn. I don't know if you ever ask them the third-part authorization with LinkedIn, but it's quite a long process. I ask 3 times, I have 3 denied. So for a moment, because you need to have your own company with a privacy policy very strong, and then they accept it, and it's about 3 weeks to have a response. So in 5 weeks of development, it's quite, but I'm not quit. I will, I will try again and again to have it efficiently. Even if I did not have the API of LinkedIn, I think about my own profile that you can get in your profile, in LinkedIn profile. You can have all the profile in a CSV file. You can import the data and make a script to then dispatch the data in profile category. I use Prisma and Neon too, like my colleague, to make all the table for the data, the contact, the user, of course, and the job. The wireframe, as I said before, you go at home, you log in, or you can create a user. You go to the dashboard. You have the side part, the drawer, with your account and all the screen. The contact screen, the profile screen, as I explained to you, and then the event screen, the calendar screen, the job, and the scanner screen. It's a lot of navigation. For the architecture, the difficulty of the application were the navigation, because I have 3 kinds of navigation. the lateral with the drawer, the root stack, and the button tab navigation. Some of screens are the same in the drawer and in the button tab. So I need to make some modal to show them. And then to connect with the database with Axios, with the API. For the backend, I use the API server, Express, and Axios to go to my ORM Prisma and the database Postgre. Prisma Neon to be a database on cloud that is more visual, very easy to use and visual to use for all my table. As you can see my table, Prisma migration, the user ID, that is not necessarily the same as the profile ID and the contact ID. We work together. And then the job ID, it's related with the user. Quite simple table for this part. The technology I use, React Native, Expo Go, TypeScript. For the backend, Node.js. For the database, Postgre and Prisma, and also for the cloud, Neon. Authentication and HTTP request, it's JWT for the authorization to the connection logging, and Axios. IDE, of course, GitHub and Visual Studio, and UX, Figma, and Canva for representation. Now the code snippet. To see the screen, I decided to show you 3 code snippets to understand the front, the back, and the link with the API. At first, you have a profile screen. That you load the profile as an asynchronous function that loads the profile from the API. And then you got the GET request from Axios to the endpoint. And if it's OK, it random the location. So for the moment, it's a random location because I don't have the real data to make the real connection. And then dispatch in the category, the profile about categories. Then the backend function is to use Prisma to get the data of my script I generate, to get all the data of my CSV parser, and then clean it and to categorize it with the K job to go to my table, different categories of job. And then the API connection that I create for instance, but I show you only the profile part because the instance of user, of contact, and the profile API to get the base URL, and then some interceptor to make more easier the connection with a wait asynchronous and a wait. So my successes and my failure. My successes were to respect my vision of the project. I have an idea. I want to develop it, and I make it possible for this part, scanning. Optimal relational schema designed for performance and query optimization. I really like to work with database and to relationate it since I have a CSV file and to parse it. And then develop skill in React Native and Expo with all the library they have and components that we need to do this kind of app. And the failure, of course, the time to develop this kind of app, because I'm one person doing all of that. Failure with the API linking. When you receive from Microsoft free denied for security, you want to find another solution that I will find it after. And of course, for the logging and the security of logging, with Expo Go and the SDK installed for the moment, Firebase was not possible to be used on my logging. Then my learning and improvement, it was to develop a mobile app. It was the first time. I was very excited to do that. To deal with new language because it's the job to deal with new language and to read the doc and to try to develop something with new stack, and to perform with a relational database that I chosen technologies that suit me best. I'm maybe more a front person, but I need to visualize to the database, and it was very possible with the new tech. And for the next step will be to, like I said before, implement security authentication, with OAuth and Google, and also with LinkedIn when I will have all the client ID and the authorization, the link. And so to connect with LinkedIn API and welcome to the jungle. So when you create your own company, you can have it and you can ask for it for the new company. Create refresh data alert when a user changes a job 6 months later. It can be a front-end developer, and 6 months later it can be a sport coach, I don't know, but to be categorized and in the profile. And connect job data with potential profile to make like, not a date, but to connect them. And that's it. Thank you very much. Yes.
Oh, great job on the application. There is a lot of content, and I wonder if when you planned your roadmap, you thought about other options if you couldn't succeed in order to implement, I don't know, for example, calendar, that could be an option that you could add later, you know. So how did you know what you were going to do,
Mm-hmm.
and did you know what were you going to sacrifice in this?
Yes. My first disappointment will be LinkedIn, of course. It's very, very difficult for a lot of companies to have it. I had a second option, the scrapping. But with LinkedIn, it's quite risky because you can be banned to LinkedIn. And I'm looking for a job, so I want to keep it that. So when I was thinking to the app, I wanted all of this because I was on professional trade show. And when somebody asked to me my LinkedIn profile, you seem so ridiculous I looking at you are manually and you can't find it. And 2 days later, 2 months later, you can't remember this person. Look, as a user case myself, I wanted all of it. But for a moment, I don't have the method, the API to have it. But instead, to show you how it could be work, I use CSV file that it will be my part of my new job now. So I wanted to write a script to work on it, because it's very useful to do that also for all the script. A lot of companies use CSV file and wanted to clean it for work. So a failure, you choose another solution. For the job also, I can scrap Welcome to the Jungle. But I also think that not all the companies use Indeed or Welcome to the Jungle to have a job opportunity. So every time it's to think, who is the target? And try to make it possible for a moment, of course.
So do you think that now the main concurrent is LinkedIn, the main company that could maybe, what if tomorrow LinkedIn add a new feature that when you add someone, it's asking you, where did you meet this person? You know, you don't know.
Yeah.
It will completely not stealing your idea, but it will maybe your
It could be.
less useful.
Yeah, it could be an option of LinkedIn. but LinkedIn is worldwide. And I think also not only for professional, but for the organization. You know, as I do, I make a website for my privacy page for LinkedIn. I made also this kind of code generator to make all the QR code. When you do the inscription in professional trade show, you can alter all the first name, last name, and all this information could be really useful for the organization too, to be copied. So LinkedIn is only the way to contact a person and to send a message. But the connection, the enter point, it's also for me who have the application, but also for the organization who can make statistics to see how many people can meet on my show and on my professional organization or my other professional organization. It's something you can sell for the organization too, to be visible, and also for person. But like any application, I'm not free to be copied.
It's difficult for me because you have talked about everything. Sorry, but for me it's a better presentation this evening. Yes.
Okay.
But after it's more on display on presentation, and I see you got some problem on to link
Mm-hmm.
many services, but maybe it's because you think to integrate more feature in your application now, because I see it at the end of the presentation a little picture who sorts your link personal profile.
Mm-hmm.
That you have made. And they are sorted by type of work.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you do not speak a lot about these things.
Ah, okay.
No.
Yeah. But it's very useful because it's the.
So no, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Lost, but you have done a lot of work. But you have a lot of good idea, and it's maybe what is the thing you
C'est quoi le champ principal, le but principal, ou c'était ça ou... C'est vrai que le principal, it's to be sort by category, because when you have 500 profiles on LinkedIn, you need to scroll it, or you need to do for the first degree, second degree, third degree, or you need to make a lot of filter to do that. And here, directly, you have of your profile dispatch on few categories. I have only 10 for a moment, but you can have 20, it depends on your database of profile. And it's more easier to find somebody when you want to co-opt somebody to be co-opted too. It's the main goal to this application.
But it's difficult for me to know what is done on the application now.
Mm-hmm.
And what is
It's a proof of concept. It's for what? When you ask to LinkedIn and they respond on 3 weeks, free time, you need to try and try again to make it work. And
so what is the feature that you are the most proud of?
But it's to be able to categorize the profile, to find a solution in front of this denied, and to think maybe you can have this kind of registration form, the part of the organization. You have the data, but not the link yet to communicate to a person of LinkedIn. But you have the data, meet, at, etc. And then you can connect to this person. You can connect the two parts with the name, with the first name, for example, the last name, for example, or make it a link about these two kinds of database. It could be another solution before having all the third part authorization.
That's for you the feature that you will be the more proud?
Yeah, yes,
Okay.
this part.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Because I like the graphic interface.
Okay.
The animation.
It's like LinkedIn, but not all over. It's blue, but not all. Okay, ah.
Did you use it on trade shows since you said that you
Not yet.
Not yet?
But to be sincere, my new boss, when I just explained my app, was very interesting because it's a CEO and they can't find it directly on LinkedIn, and saying to me that sometimes nobody can find me, and when I'm trade show and I lost person, so it's quite cool to be located and to locate somebody. So I can be to work with team, can be interesting to do that later. And I over API. I can use API like Phantom Buster or some web who are using all the API, but not from this kind of use. It's only for lead.
I have a question. Can I? If LinkedIn never responds to you, what is the plan B?
It's just like I say to make this kind of interface. So you have the information on JSON5, CSV file, with all the information in the organization. And then when you link with a person of LinkedIn, with the name, you can make the relation of the two databases.
So, thank you.
Merci. Thank you.